Ask you something. Have you ever left someone only to spend weeks wondering if you made the biggest mistake of your life? You finally walked away, you cried, blocked them, you promised yourself that this time things would be different. But then a song reminded you of them, maybe a cup of coffee reminded you of them. You remembered that one beautiful vacation you spent with them, and suddenly your mind whispered, maybe they weren't that bad. A week later, you found yourself checking their profile, reading old messages, imagining what you would say if they called you. Why is it so? If they hurt you, why does your heart keep trying to find its way back to them? Today, I want to talk about something we don't discuss enough: why leaving them doesn't always feel like freedom. Why do we confuse familiar with safe? It's because our nervous system says so. But that's not true. Think about it. If someone criticizes you every day, after a while, you expect it. If someone disappears every weekend, after a while, you prepare yourself for it. If someone gives you love one day and distances you next, your body starts living in that anticipation. That chaos becomes your routine. And when they finally leave, your body doesn't celebrate it, it panics because it has lost what it knew. Even if it knew what it knew was painful, sometimes you don't miss the person, we miss the familiarity. Your brain is addicted to certainty. Human beings don't crave love, we crave predictability, even painful predictability. At least in that relationship, you knew what tomorrow looked like. You knew when they would ignore you. You knew when they would apologize. You knew when the cycle would repeat itself. It was unhealthy, but it was certain. Healing is completely different. Healing doesn't tell you what tomorrow looks like, it just asks you to trust yourself. And that's terrifying because for many of us, we have trusted other people more than we have ever trusted ourselves. We don't just grieve people, we grieve possibilities. Sometimes you aren't crying because they left you. You're crying because if because of everything you imagined with them. The wedding that never happened, the children you pictured, the home you designed in your head, the future you believed was coming. Your morning dreams, not reality. That's why moving on feels impossible. Because you're trying to let go of a future that only existed inside your imagination. And imagination can be hard. Missing someone doesn't mean you should return. I think it's where so many people get confused. They think if I miss them, maybe they are meant for me. No, you can miss someone and still know that they aren't healthy for you. You can love someone and still choose yourself. You can wish them well without inviting them back into your life. Missing someone simply means that they mattered. It doesn't mean that they belong to your future. Our heart remembers memories, our mind remembers the patterns. Don't allow one beautiful memory to erase years of pain. Healing feels empty before it feels peaceful. And nobody will tell you this. Peace is quiet, very quiet. When you have spent years surviving chaos, peace almost feels uncomfortable. No argument, no anxiety, no waiting for someone's message, no wondering whether today they will love you or ignore you. It's just silence. And because we are unfamiliar with peace, we mistake it for loneliness. That's why so many people return to relationships they fought so hard to leave. And it's not because the relationship changed, it's because the silence frightened them. But remember, silence isn't your enemy. Sometimes silence is the first language healing speaks. Don't romanticize your pain. One of the dangerous things we do after leaving is, living in our memories. We remember birthdays and not betrayals. We remember the laughters and not the loneliness. We remember hugs, not panic attacks. We remember the apology, not the 100 reasons it became necessary. Our mind becomes excellent editors. They create highlight reels. But healing asks us to watch the entire movie, not just our favorite scenes. Because if you remember only the beautiful moments, you will keep returning to places that broke you. Ask yourself only one question. The next time you think about going back, don't ask, do I miss them? Ask, why did I leave in the first place? And there's a huge difference between that. One question is emotional, and the other one is honest. Write down every reason that you walked, every tear, every sleepless night, every time you felt invisible, every promise that was broken, because healing doesn't always need motivation. Sometimes it simply needs memory. Maybe today you are sitting alone, maybe your phone is quiet. I want you to hear this. Loneliness is not the proof that you should go back. Sometimes it's simply the space where your new life is waiting to begin. Don't rush to fill every silence. Sit with it, learn from it. Because one day you will wake up, you will make your coffee, you will smile without forcing yourself, and you will realize something beautiful. You never wanted them back. You simply wanted the pain to stop. And the person who could truly end that pain, it was always you. I am AK, and this was Silence Between Coffee. Every conversation directly from the heart, reaching those parts of our life which we have silenced for a very long time. Until next conversation, take care of